The longest chapter in the book is entitled Orgy Island. So when I wrote that book, I had obtained all of the FAA manifest records to show who flew in Epstein's plane and where they went. I also obtained a copy of the little black book that was Epstein's telephone book. Had been sold by Epstein's butler. See, it's always the butler that did it. The butler sold it to a New York journalist who shared it with me. But not everybody in the telephone book was guilty of any illegal or inappropriate activity, although some were. I am totally in agreement with Massey and his colleague. They're going to be very upset when they see who went to the island because they're all Democrats. Bill Clinton, there at least 4 times. I know that because I read the sworn testimony of Virginia Roberts Giuffre, and I interviewed her directly for 6 hours in 2 3-hour sessions. Larry Summers, the former Treasury Secretary, he was a regular on the island. Bill Richardson, the governor of New Mexico, he went there several times. Don't think it was for the weather. Bill Gates, he was on the island. He's a big Democrat donor. So name me a Republican who's on the island. There is no answer to that because the answer is none. We know that from the manifests. We know that from the records. So it is notable that the Trump Justice Department moved in Florida and in New York to unseal all of the grand jury testimony, making the argument that Epstein has no right to privacy because Epstein is dead and his rights extinguished when he was extinguished. But of course, 2 Democrat judges don't want to release that. So watching Dick Durbin, the guy who sponsored legislation to block the list from ever being released, now demanding release of the list is kind of comical. I'm in favor of absolute full disclosure. The Democrats aren't going to like what they find when they do get the full list because there's no Republicans on it. Here's what we do know. Yes, Donald Trump was on Epstein's plane. This has been known for over 30 years. He flew from Teterboro with his wife at the time, Marla Maples, and his daughter, Tiffany, and a nanny from Teterboro, New Jersey, right outside New York City on a Friday to Palm Beach and back from Palm Beach to the same location on Monday. So that proves what? That proves nothing. That Epstein was charged with a sex crime in Florida, and prior to his being charged with child sex trafficking by the Trump administration in New York City in 2019. So the sooner we learn everything, Sean, the better. I agree with you, however, this piecemeal approach has not worked. Let's get it all out there. The one thing the president could do, I think he should do, is all those documents that are already redacted should be unredacted with the exception of the victims' names. We do want to protect the identity of the victims. But other than that, all the documents that are already public, and there are many of them because I use many of them in the preparation of my book, should be released. Why these Democrat judges don't want to release the grand jury testimony in Florida and New York, it's a very curious question. They could be protecting, I don't know, maybe like a former president, like, perhaps Bill Clinton.
I agree with you. I think the Trump White House should basically put out as much as they can, stand there and explain it. I think there are certain things that you can't put out, videos of minors, some victim testimony, but just to walk out and explain what's there, what's not. I agree with you. All these people in the past that we've heard about might be at the island all have a D next to their name at some point, either a donor or an elected politician or someone appointed. I think that the more we get this out there, the better. And frankly, you're going to see a lot of Democrats regret that they pushed this.